All of these things, all of these moments are a part of your life. So you lost something you thought you needed, but you got something you didn't know that you needed. So you may be like, oh, I feel a void, right? I feel a void of this, my mother. I feel a void, that relationship. I feel a void, that thing I wanted, that thing I had and now I don't have. But you're getting parts of your life, because you're still here and you got to deal with that, right? You're getting parts of your life you didn't know you needed. You didn't know you were going to need. Like, I look back on my life and I can be like, man, this stuff happened to me when I was a kid. I lost my father. Recently last year, like, I dealt with a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, all these things, right, that I was like, why this happened to me? This is unfair to me. This shouldn't be happening to me. Like, I know where my heart is. I know what matters to me. I know what I care about. I know what kind of person I am. This shouldn't happen to me. Why did I have to deal with it? Like, I'm too young to deal with it. Anything, whatever your thoughts are about it, like, it just shouldn't happen to me because I'm a good person. You may feel this way. Now, I want to tell you guys something. No one or nothing can make you feel a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? So in a relationship, for example, you'd be like, damn, you know, but they made me feel like this and I lost it. It made me feel like this, but I lost it. I don't have it. You have the power to make you feel however you need to feel, right? It is very hard, I get it, when it's first happening to be like, oh, I have that power. But as you move forward, as you move past it, as like time goes by and you start to learn like the different sides of loss, like, okay, I lost this, but for example, let's say I lost my father, which I did, right? I lost my father, you lost your mother, you lost your brother, you lost your cousin, whatever. And it hurts, like, it's painful, it's emotion, it's something you like, you wish you didn't have to feel, okay? That same emotion, that same pain, that same feeling is an energy that you can use to benefit you in your life now, right? That's what I meant by you got something you didn't know you needed to push you forward in your life. And you might be like, Brad, like, I don't care. I wanted that. I wanted my mom to not pass away. I wanted my dad to not pass away. I wanted to have a mother. I wanted to have a father. I wanted to experience this, right? I wanted to keep experiencing this. The point is, in loss, it's not your choice, okay? I love you guys. I love you guys from my heart, but it's not your choice. It's not your choice to decide this is something that I shouldn't have dealt with. I don't want to deal with it. I shouldn't be dealing with it. If it's happened to you, it's happened to you and that's it. You're dealing with it. It wasn't your choice, but it's your responsibility as a person, if you want to be better, to take that loss and to let it propel you forward, right? Because a lot of things, like, I can look back on my life, for example, and be like, the things that I went through made me who I am today, and I wouldn't change a single thing. I wouldn't say, oh, let me go back in time and not do this thing. Let me go not deal with that business, or let me go not try and work something out with this person, or let me like undo my father passing away. Like, I wouldn't go back and do those things now, knowing where it's brought me in my life today. So all this stuff I have in my life, like all these things that are cool and great, and cars or a gym and all this stuff, and all these people who have been supporting me over the years, it's not because, like, yeah, maybe some are like, oh, he's jacked and he did cool jack stuff, but like, I think these are the things, moments like that, times that I've had with people, are the most significant things in my life now. And it's like, I wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for the loss that I had to experience, if it wasn't for the feeling of the things that I was like, this shouldn't have happened to me, but it did. There was something else there that I didn't know I needed, that I didn't know that was going to be a big part of my life. And at the time, I couldn't see it. I got older. I couldn't see it. I got older. And then another thing you get with loss, like I said earlier, you get an energy, you get an emotion, you get a feeling that you can use two ways. You can use it destructively and let it tear you down, which I'm gonna tell you guys, like off top, I have let my energy, my emotion of the idea of loss, of the things that have bothered me, I let those things tear me down. I let it happen because it was unfair. It shouldn't happen to me because I know where my heart was. I shouldn't have dealt with it. And I kept that mindset, going and going, and I was resistant to the change. I was resistant to letting go of like what I thought I should have had and how it should have been, but it's not, and it wasn't, and it's not. Like, you have to be like, okay, draw a line where you're at, right? And understand that like the things beyond that line where you're like, it should have been this way, it's just not. Like the loss or things, it's not. And I just want to reiterate one more time, guys, it's okay. And it's not always easy when it first happens to realize that. Like, again, guys, I lost my father when I was 6. I'm 28 now. It's only like in the last few years that I've been able to say like, oh, this is why. This is the biggest like thing that I was able to say, damn, I'm grateful that it happened to me. I would never even say I'll go back and relive my life and say, oh, my father never took his life, I wouldn't. Because of all the other people and all the other conversations I've had throughout my life now with people like this who have shared their emotion, their life, their energy with me, I would never go back and say, oh man, if I could go back and hit this button, that would have never happened. I would say absolutely not. I would continue to live my life the way it is because I'm grateful. And it just took me years to feel that way, to see it. But had I not gone through that, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. You have the power to change how you feel. No one else, nothing else, no circumstance has the power to make you feel a certain way. I'm not gonna tell you that it's easy to just be like, oh, turn that switch and you're good. It's not easy. And I still struggle with it as a human, as a person every day. But I try to do my best with what I have now. And that's all you can do. And I love